Sons, before we even continue, sorry for uploading. Big improvement this week. SmackDown today has just checked up on the channel. SmackDown has a lot more viewers this week than last week than Monday Night Raw because Raw I was obviously disappointed, so obviously it wouldn't show that much effort. Just like Raw doesn't making a good show. Hey yo, so Raw and SmackDown out the way. Let's get some basketball in there. Then later this afternoon, later in the morning, we'll be talking about this week on football. Thanks, we're near. It's December. It's early December. We obviously want to get season nearly out the way into a tremendous season for multiple teams. But first, I need to get some basketball in my freaking head because obviously the Western Conference been alright. Yeah, the Western Conference, let alone the disappointment from the Houston Rockets, Utah Jazz, the Grizzlies been incredible. The Clippers, yet losing all the All-Stars that made them look like a contending championship team for the past few seasons with Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Austin Rivers, minus Austin Rivers, Blake Griffin, Jamal Crawford, just a lot, and Eric Bledsoe, and Eric Gordon. It just a lot of homemade material. The Clippers are good. We're good, and they somehow getting rid of the team. Make sure they're a top seed with some, you know, regurgitable veterans with some young talent. Tobias Harris been killing it. Tobias Harris been killing it, and that's all I can say. The Suns are a cancer. They just lost to my favorite team. They're 3-13 in the West. You guys barely even won a game. You guys never won a game in your division. Somehow. You get to face these guys the most of the regular season. You guys are trash. You're 30th all time in point. You're 30th in the entire league in points per game. You guys are weak. Just fucking terrible off rebounds per game. You have Ayton. DeAndre Ayton. Let me just pull up their fucking... I'm sorry. I really don't mean to cuss. I really don't want to cuss. So obviously you got professional athletes up and training for this since the end of the season, that was like April, to the start of the season, say it's October. And you're telling me right now a 7'1", 250-pound behemoth of a center, of a freaking center that they drafted. He got drafted number 1, right? Oh boy. Doesn't attempt a 3. You're telling me right now this doesn't let you guys win games? Really? Averaging only 10 rebounds for a 7'1" kid. I understand he is averaging 15.8. Obviously doing well. I've seen in some of his games he can post up. He seems weak. Doesn't have perimeter defense. A big dude like him shouldn't be causing that much trouble. Anything else? Who else is there on the Suns? We already hear rumors that the Phoenix Suns are going to be trading away most of their core. They're going to get rid of Trevor Ariza because obviously they thought that would be a good pickup. Thanks, you got a 3-and-D player that's played wonders. 2 Western Conference Finals appearances for the Houston Rockets coming out of Trevor Ariza, minus that 7-game mistake. Just, he's a great player if you put him on the right team. He could have been doing well for a playoff team, but now he comes to the Suns. You guys are somehow bad. So bad, in fact. You're 4-22. You're somehow 15th in the conference. You're worst in your own freaking division. I'm just scared. And I know the Western Conference is tough. Most of the teams already, except the Phoenix Suns, are above 10 wins. Above 10 wins, at the least. Ryan Anderson and Trevor Ariza aren't enough, guys. You guys don't play Mikal Bridges in the highest potential that he have. You have freaking Trevor Ariza only averaging 9.7 a night. Where the hell is his 3 points coming from? Obviously, it looks like from Trevor Booker or somebody else, because it doesn't seem like you guys come to play. half-assed on offense. Even weaker than certain teams like the Kings on defense. I don't see any blocks. I don't see any effort. And you can be like, oh, Devin Booker, he just needs a team to surround him. Stop it. This is why certain teams don't become successful. This is why certain players don't become successful. Look at now Carmelo Anthony. More on Carmelo Anthony. Why you think you got your ass out the Rockets? It's not because your system was working out for you, because your athleticism gave up, your play style doesn't work, and you obviously seem like a suckish teammate. Even if you were in a YMCA team where you had to play adult 5-on-5, your play style wouldn't work. It's selfish, it's sluggish, and it won't work for a playoff team that relies mainly on speed and passing the ball up for a three. Melo slows down the pace. Why do you think the Thunder got eliminated in, I think, 6 games against the Utah Jazz? Half-ass on defense. Team all around, Paul George didn't come out to play either. It was either Russell Westbrook and Steven Adams doing all the work, just like they did the year before. And now you have Carmelo Anthony, a slow player that can't do anything except ISO up and try to spot up the ball. And then we have Devin Booker now, averaging 31.3 behind the arc. 43.9 from field goal range. That's poor. Piss poor effort for a guy you gave $100 million to. And he's averaging that much a night? 23.5 a night? Come on. It just doesn't mean anything if nobody else seems to produce that much. I did the same on the Rockets. It doesn't matter if 1 or 2 players show up. The whole team has to be effective. You picked up Raquan Holmes. You picked up Juwan Evans. You picked up you still have Josh Jackson. You still have some key players that don't do anything, it seems, on your squad. Why did you sign Jamal Crawford? I don't understand why this team is signed. Why most of these guys are signed. You signed mainly 30-plus-year-olds on your team in the offseason. And they play better than your youngest stars. Minus DeAndre Ayton. 2.6. He's averaging 6 for 6. 33.3% shooting. Vince Carter's playing better than Jamal Crawford. And Vince Carter is older than Jamal Crawford. That's a rough thing to watch. At least you see Vince Carter get a dunk in there. You see him hit behind the arc shots because you know he had still a jump shot even in his prime. He can shoot. The hell you see freaking Jamal Crawford do on the court? You can't be playing like this. You really can't. I'm setting up the team as a whole. I'm setting up blaming individuals. You guys are weak from behind the arc. Overall, as a team, you guys are 33.3% by three-pointers made. You guys are 30%. You guys are 30% from behind the arc by even attempts. I don't know if you get this. It's now a 3-point dominant league. Nuggets capitalize on this. The Warriors been capitalized on this. There's a bunch of teams that do this. Even the Cavs do this, and they have also a weak record. But it's the Eastern Conference. You can forgive this. Then we got Josh Jackson. He averages a freaking 25. You expect Suns fans to be happy about that? I don't get in the fans' business. I watch my favorite team and I go fuck all and anything. But each time I see a team like this, I see the history. You have the Houston Rockets. They came from being the first seed. Now they're struggling to even keep up at ninth. You have freaking the Phoenix Suns that came from having a consistent playoff team just near a decade ago to just be completely below average with a young guard that seriously needs to do something except make his own highlight mixtape for an all-star appearance that it looks like he won't be making because it looks like he's just going to get himself injured. You can't be that piss poor. You're 4-22. Get your life together. It's not healthy. That's not healthy as a team. I swear these guys are going to sign Melo. I swear they are. Because you got all these young dudes. You got all these veterans. What are you doing? Who the hell's the head coach for the Suns? Oh my goodness. What the fuck is a General Splits? Fuck are all these, man? You guys are not even good at your own division. You guys have a poor road record. Shocked you have young players shooting below percentage than veteran players. And they're supposed to have more minutes. How's Josh Jackson shooting 25%? I get it, he's a power forward. Joel Embiid shoots better than that. And he's a center. A lot of centers shoot better from behind the arc. Better than anybody else. Telling me that even Josh Jackson can't even be a bit consistent. Nobody from the Suns wants to play ball. Chicago Bulls, that's forgivable. At least they have talent. At least they got young talent. Nobody in the Suns are talented. People, even though the Bulls are doing bad, they lost 56 points behind the Celtics. It's forgivable. People love Zach LaVine. People don't mind Jabari Parker, Wendell Carter, Chandler Hutchinson, Robin Lopez. There's some guys that you actually don't mind. They're young, they're fast, and they can at least keep up with certain teams. You guys are going to get your ass raped by the Clippers. There's no reason. You guys should be 4-22. That's poor. I would have locked out my own team for the rest of the season. Why the hell you guys signed Ryan Anderson in the first place? What is supposed to capitalize on that? Tell me Brandon Knight is less valuable than Ryan, two aging players? Really? Ryan Anderson, you remember him for being a good 3-and-D forward for the Houston Rockets. He's shooting a shocking 20.6%. That's worse than Josh Jackson. Oh my god. Going back, jeez, you gotta feel bad for the Suns fans. Like, if there's something to support, it's Suns fans for just $50 million an hour. You can just give some fans a good team, for God's sakes. Even I'm asking for this. Averaging fucking 3.7 points per game. You kidding me? I know Ryan is supposed to be backup, but you can't be a role player and even a rookie that's a second rounder can average better than you. Picked up Jawan Evans. The fuck is this? The Suns just want to pick up G Leaguers now? I don't understand. Why you still got Dragan Bender? Why? What is this, man? I was conversating with certain people in my campus and stuff like this about why the Suns is terrible. Why the Suns doing this to themselves? Almost, and Dragan Bender, he's supposed to be the future. Like, they would push him against everybody else. They would get rid of Marquise Chris. At least he's on the Rockets. And they would get rid of everybody else, but not Dragan Bender. He's shooting a wonderful, staggering 36.8% from the field. And 18.2%, even though he's supposed to be a dual-threat big man. He only gets 7 minutes to play. I get it. Still not good. You still need to play a good first impression. Especially for a big man. Especially if you're a role player for a big man, you should at least have more rebounds than points. You only get 2.3 and you got 1.4 for a center. And you're 7'1", you're trash. You should not be playing in the NBA if you obviously don't give a damn about playing. Your dumbfounded face. Look like a kimono dragon that turned albino. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with anybody from the Suns, really. It's either... And I was thinking, fire the head coach. Fire everybody. I don't know what the hell's the problem. Even though for the Wizards, they might capitalize if they fire the head coach. But I don't know what the fuck wants to see this type of basketball and you guys still allow a 4-22 record. The Nets are more... The Nets have more fucking pride than this. Now the Nets are playing at least selective sub 500. They are playing competitively. They annihilated the Knicks in a close game. And they came from getting shut out by even Chicago Bulls with Dwayne Wade. From doing so poorly just 2 seasons in a row, they're playing tremendous basketball. Spencer Dinwiddie. You're seeing Jared Allen get improved. You see what happened with D'Angelo Russell, just a lot more players, and they actually got selective role players that actually work. Even for the previous teams like Allen Crabbe and Ed Davis and Shane Napier, they got their own roles. The fuck are you guys doing with these type of players? Who the hell is Troy Daniels? What are you trying to get from this? More draft picks? Are you gonna draft another asshole from your own state? Who the hell goes to Arizona? And this dude is somehow playing better than nearly everybody else. Somehow playing better than Jamal Crawford, playing better Josh Jackson. You're telling me you got 14 minutes and only 7 points. You got more rebounds than Dragan Bender. Do you see the problem here? That's pathetic, percentage-wise. That's pretty pathetic percentage-wise, isn't it? This is concerning because I don't want to see a team go completely behind and be like, "Oh, that season is in the book. We are not gonna try. We're just gonna rebuild." I hate that, man. It's basketball. The basketball team, you don't expect to be a bit competitive? I'm going over this entire team. They're giving me general splits. The fuck's your game plan for most of this? Looking at this, you guys have a weak road record, but that's understandable. That you're on the road, you have a disadvantage. 1-12. You guys are 3-10 in your home court. Winning percentage is weak as fuck for both anyway. Even your field goal percentage is worse in your own home court. That's fucking pathetic. Anybody can score. Anybody can drop 50 in your own fucking court. See fucking Seth Curry hit 14 threes in one night. And then you got TJ fucking Warren, supposed to be some surprising young talent. You even let Eric Bledsoe somehow slip from your grasp. Now Eric Bledsoe is with Antetokounmpo eating everybody's ass in the Eastern Conference. Guess what? They're the top seed in the East, and Eric Bledsoe, I don't think will never regret it. At least TJ Warren's showing up. I'll excuse this. He's averaging 17.7. And pretty good three-point percentage. And Devin Booker. So overall, he's doing pretty well. But if it was up to me, I would trade the veterans. It's obviously that they don't work out in the system that's slower, focuses more on the putback rebound. Either I find a corner man and shoot the ball up until I grab another rebound, shoot the corner man up, or Devin Booker drives up or tries to hit a shot. That's a poor way and it's half-assed. It seems lazy. It's like you're trying to play scrimmage and run your slow plays up down the court until something happens, sons. I have never even seen highlights. I never heard highlights recommended to me that wants me to at least see your games. At least people recommend me Chicago Bulls games because the Bulls actually care about the game even though they're sucking. Oh my goodness. Who is DeAnthony Milton? And then we got a draft pick. This is the second first round pick from the Phoenix Suns called Mikal Bridges. 6'7" as a forward. 210 pounds. Dude might be potential. 22 minutes, he's playing alright. 32.1 percentage from behind the arc. Oh my god. Still getting 41%. Yeah, it's alright. 7 points, up 22 minutes. You're telling me with your bum ass you're only scoring 7 points. Strictly 7 points. Why did they sign these guys? Why did they sign these guys? I know in the second half of the year, because it's only December or January, if it's possible, the Suns might kick up maybe their new record, their biggest winning streak, 3-game winning streak. That's the highest I'm saying that the Suns will ever be consistent. If they hook 3-game winning streak, and somehow come back off a 4-22 record, I'll come back and update everybody on this shit. Because obviously, if I see stuff like this again, I'm gonna really ignore. I'm gonna say there's 29 teams in the NBA. Because at least the Bulls, Magic, any other team that's below 500 is trying to hoop and find a spot in the NBA playoffs. Nobody else wants the Suns to give a shit. The Suns don't care about their own damn basketball. The only people that are showing up are bench reserve type players, Ayton and Booker. Anything else, I'm done here. Thank you for watching.